Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Can you hear me? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, we're back now. Okay, ready. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. We are on the air. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Knowledge is Power podcast. We are back from Tuesday, and we are back again. For another segment. The segment tonight is the missing person, Ed Phillips of Beaumont, Texas. We talked about it on our last show. Was that Tuesday or Sunday, guys? My days go by so much fast.
Tuesday,
Thursday.
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 Okay. Let's see here. I'm gonna do something here to my set here. Hold on. There we go. I move that set here. I'm gonna move this over here. Let's see here, so I can see if we can get our guest back on. Okay, we don't have that. So I'm going to try from over here. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Now, one thing I'm going to ask guys to there we go. There we go. I'm here. So I'm going to exit out of here and let see if we can get our guest back on. Our guest is Mrs. Patrina McCoy Phillips, who is the spouse of the missing person, Ed Phillips of Beaumont, Texas. And Ed is a graduate of Charlton Pollard High School of 1968. And he has been missing since October 20th. He walked to the store and they'd never seen him again. And I was hoping that we can have Miss Phillips on here, again, so that we can get her to tell us about what she has planned. Also, her search uh, watch form. And so, guys, I'm gonna communicate with them on the phone, and I'm gonna let you guys go from there. Okay. Welcome to Knowledge is Power Podcast Live with your host, Tony Redford, and my co-hosts, Madonna Sherwood and Francis Lawkins.
Knowledge is Power Podcast Live starts now.
We're still having difficulty getting Miss Patrina on the line here. Guys, can you help me out a little bit and kind of add that with me so that I can get her on the phone and walk her through and get her back on the air, okay? So she can
Absolutely.
tell her story again and give us an update on the search watch that she's having.
I can hear you. I can hear what you say after you say it in the background, Tony.
Okay, you can't hear me?
I can hear you over the mic, but I can also hear you behind.
Okay, let me do this then. Maybe this here. All right, how's that? I hear some background noise. But anyway, let's get started. Someone's got something in the background going. I can hear. No, just that transition. Okay, now we better. Now we got to touch that. Okay, tonight we're talking about the missing person, Ed Phillips of Beaumont, Texas, who has been missing since October the 20th. And our guest would be his spouse again, and she's going to be telling us about the update of what her plans are. She's planning on getting a search committee together and they're planning on doing a search for him, backtrack the time and the places that he's gone in those 3 blocks radius, and also give us a police report on what's going on with the police.
Give us an update on that.
I contact Acra Search out of Houston. Hopefully, I can finish that conversation with them tomorrow, so I can get them down here to help us find this man. So,
Mhm.
and what I was saying is that I'm on the phone with Miss Katrina right now. I'm trying to walk her through getting on the air so that she can tell us about the updates of it. So we can talk about what we anything else we need to talk about. We can do that. But before we go that, I'm gonna go here because it was something I needed to do yeah, I want to say a PSA. Let's see if I can get it on the air. Okay, yeah,
Okay.
here, there we go. I've got it. I was able to get it. So what I was going to tell you guys is that I'm gonna ad lib this because I just received this. It's the Bar Brown Day. That's December the 10th. The KJet Solarama, a tribute to the radio legend Bar Brown with All Star DJ Night Train, LJ Jr., Don Sam, and your truly Super T, featuring Bubbling Brown Sugar from the All American Blues Network. We're gonna have live comedy, special guest appearance from by the mayor Robin Mouton, one of Houston famous the jocks Paris Ely, Billy D. Williams, and the host Denise Jaguar Feminine. This is going to happen at the Sarah Street Wellness Center,
All right.
3455
Mm.
Sarah Street in Beaumont. The tickets are $15 at the door. It's open at 8 p.m. Table reservation. You can call the number on the phone 409 932 6700. It is BYOB only. BYB
All right.
only. Okay, again, is that's December 7th. That sound like that's a Friday
December the
night,
10th.
Saturday night,
That's a Friday.
Friday night, yes, December the 10th, Friday night at the Sarah Street Wellness Center. That's the old Milton YMCA. So, guys, we'd like to see you in the place. You know who old Super T is, huh? Yeah. So that's going on. You know, I hadn't done that in so long, I wouldn't know what to do. So take it away, Francis,
Been
and
mixing and scratching, Tony.
Perry, and I will. Let's see here, guys. You got to kind of help me out while I talk to our guests, try to get them back on the air with us. Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I'm interested to know in what Miss Katrina has to say today. Hopefully, we have some type of update or something, and hopefully, it's on a positive note. Have you
I
guys
didn't
heard of
realize
anything
it.
else? Go
I
ahead.
hadn't realized it had been. I didn't realize it had been that long.
I
Since
know October
that's
20th,
that's almost a month, past a
and
month.
that,
Right.
right,
Wow, wow. That's
and that's without his meds. I mean, as far as we know,
depends on
you
what
know.
is his meds, diabetes, or
Well,
do they
he,
know?
I know they were saying he had a couple of heart attacks before Miss Katrina was saying. So, I don't know any other ailments or anything, but I know that that's pretty severe,
Wow.
Mm,
So, just been in prayer for them.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I looked at the Beaumont Enterprise today,
Yeah.
and there was no news of it. And I mean, for me, that's just concerning.
Mhm.
Uh, that no attention is given to it, and and this is a senior.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless of how well his health may be or may not be, I just thought it was a standard practice now
Right.
that
Mhm.
These what?
that alerts be done. Yeah,
Yeah. I hadn't
Yeah.
heard. I didn't hear about it until I started watching Tony's show.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I
Well, I
think I
do.
may have
I
seen it
do.
on the news once.
Yes, I remember seeing it on the news a couple of times, but
Yeah.
I didn't. I guess there wasn't a lot of noise about it. So I kind of thought, well, maybe it had been resolved. You know,
mm-hmm.
so that's as
Wow.
far as I got. I was shocked to know that he was still missing, and it wasn't a lot of chatter throughout the community about it. But I mean,
Right.
I'm not a native of here, so you know, a lot of my information, comes through this stream. So,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of people that I am connected to that are they know them. They're very well known, in the community just by being in, just being a
Mm-hmm.
intricate part of a certain community. So I can't imagine, with the holidays and everything. I just try to put myself in that situation and,
Right.
trying to figure out, how, because child, I got rid of my husband a couple years ago, but I can't imagine if I was still still
Yeah.
married
Yeah.
to him. if he was missing and he was sick, as a wife, I have
Right.
Yeah,
children. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
yeah.
like I would be hysterical, you know.
I'd be turning over some of
Right.
everything, trying to
That's
find
right.
everything.
That's right. I
Yeah.
mean, even if he went missing, I would still be a little concerned, but
Even
you
Right.
know,
6 hours is a long time to me. You
Yeah.
know.
But
absolutely all
yeah.
day. If you go all day without your significant other, you haven't heard from
Yeah,
them. That's pretty rough.
yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. For me, the biggest question is with that concern and how much we can all identify with it.
Right.
It it doesn't seem as though that response was met with people who could make that happen.
Right.
I mean, again, I understand detective on vacation, but
It's a lot of detectives in Beaumont.
tell me about it. Just the fact that there doesn't seem to be much that the police has given in terms of a response to
From
this.
Right.
yeah, even people that's in charge, of the city. I hadn't heard nothing
Haven't,
from
yeah,
nobody. So
Yeah.
I don't
So it's
know.
it's a bit, it's
Makes
a
you kind
bit,
of wonder. It's a lot of
it
red
does.
yeah,
flags.
it
It's a bit
does.
disheartening. It's a bit
Yeah,
disheartening that that there's not a lot being talked about or being done to help him find his way home. So I don't know.
yeah.
Because as a leader,
And
you
like
would
I
think it
say,
would take.
go ahead, Terry.
Yeah, as a leader, you would think it would take what 5-10 minutes to get something together, maybe less,
Hmm.
with all the connections that you have in the
Right.
city. It take 10 minutes to get a search party together. That's it. If that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it may
Well,
take me 2 hours. So
well, as I mentioned before, I'm from Jasper, and we did have one of my schoolmates go missing at one time, and the churches and his family kind of went together. Now, the first responders, they did what they had to do, but it was actually the community that brought him home, that found him.
Hmm.
And so, sometimes it just takes a little bit more effort from us, from the community, to kind of, do what we got to do to see that things are done. So,
Yeah.
I'd be curious to hear from his wife. What all
oh yeah,
has been done already. So we
oh
may
yeah,
we may be talking about something we don't have a clue about yet. So
Right.
right,
you know,
Right.
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 hopefully they'll make it on, and we'll.
I'm
Yeah.
We'll get
I'm
that information.
I'm giving them instructions how to get back on here again. They was on earlier during the pre-show, and I don't know, they've lost connection to. I don't know, it's got a bad internet connection on that end of town.
Hmm.
So what we're talking about is the missing person Ed Phillips of Beaumont, Texas. Let us kind of catch you up so you know what we're talking about. Ed Phillips um, is a resident of Beaumont, Texas. He's born and raised in Beaumont, Texas. Uh, he's from the class of 1968 of Charlton Pollard High School, and he went missing on October the 20th. He walked to the store on the corner of. He walked to the store on the corner of uh, um, Washington Boulevard and Avenue A, and he has not been seen since. And the story goes by this, by quote from Miss Phillips herself, that Mr. Phillips uh, never showed back home from the night he walked over to the um, store on the corner of Valero store on the corner of Washington Boulevard and Avenue A. And she contacted the police department the next day because he never showed back home, and said that her husband was missing. She knows he was missing. He's never returned. He never done anything like that. It was out of character. And the police department told her that they could not call. They cannot do anything about it because he has not been missing over for 24 hours or whatever. So when 24 hours, 48 hours come, he tried to She contacted again, and they said, "Well, no, we can't send no one out to you to investigate it because the detective that we got that assigned to it is on vacation, so he won't be back until he won't be back until 10 days." So, and this is where we step in. And this she's been erratic. She's worried. She's concerned about her loved one, her husband. I mean, anybody can feel that way. And she's told us on our last show we had with her about 3 weeks ago, Amber Alert. If you'd like to watch it, it's on Amber Alert on YouTube. Um, and that's the topic, the title of the show, Amber Alert. So what she's saying is that she asked the police department why 10 days, and said that's what we all have. Now I know we have the police department. Beaumont Police Department has a department of detective um, that handle those cases. Now, I know it's just not
Not
one
only that,
person.
we have like Crime Stoppers, where if you know something, you can call it in anonymously and all of this and that, right?
Right. Well, she did call crime stopper, crime stopper. I'm sorry, and the word the word was that crime.
You got it.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna take your mic. You wanted to talk about me.
Okay.
You want to
All
talk
right,
about me last week.
hold on.
That damn
Yeah.
Tony.
That old man caught up with him real quick.
Yeah, my mouth dry. I need to.
Uh, it's that
But
Texas
anyway,
wind that got him. So
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. They don't get them that often.
I know.
no,
I'm not used. I'm not used to getting. I'm not used to winning games. I watched the day with one eye open, one eye closed. Right. But she contacted Mr. Phillips. Contact the Crime Stoppers, and Crime Stoppers said, or the police department. The Crime Stopper, the police department said they cannot report it as a crime because it's not a crime. That he's probably with he's probably with his girlfriend or lady friend. We have this incident. They leave with someone else and don't come back, But wait a minute. Where's a 72-year-old man going to run off with
Now I know some of
well,
them
I
get
know,
it
I
in.
know.
Now it's some of them. I'm from
Yeah.
Jasper. That's
Yeah, well,
Hey.
on our comment board, Anita Carpenter said, "Is there only one detective on the force?" Maybe so. I don't know. I mean, I, 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 I
I mean, but shouldn't a city of over 100,000 people know that
yeah.
they only operating with one detective?
I, no, I know
That doesn't even
that
fit the
no,
population. So
that's not
no,
possible. That's not
no.
possible. You know, um, and I've spoken with her every day this week, and she is really, really sad. I mean, she is hurting right now, and she wants to organize a search party from her home. She's going to furnish all the water, food, whatever it takes. And this is why we're hoping she can get on this show because she's trying. I don't. She having internet issues right now. Um, but yeah, Miss Anita, I don't understand why there's only one detective on that department that's assigned to a missing person. That's just a lie. If it was a white person, a white girl, uh, they're having a whole damn police department out there on a search. It's a
don't
search
get
party.
LaDonna started, please.
Yeah, and that goes,
That's the truth.
and it runs
You
from up
already know.
it runs up here, and that's how we know. And let me tell you something: how we know about it and how we got involved in it is the city mayor of Beaumont, Marvin Mouton, she contacted her and she recommended her to us, and we are going to continue to stay on this, just like they was on the young lady that was missing in Florida and hiking, just like they was on every night,
mm-hmm.
every day. We're going to be on it until we get results. We're going to kick up
Right,
dust until they have to do something. So
right.
if people you're watching or you're listening, please share this. Share this show to let everybody know how the people the people of color how they're being treated in the city of Beaumont, Texas. And it doesn't make any sense how that we have to beg the city officials to do something for us, and we're the majority. And I'm going to now find out why half in our city councilman has got involved in this as well. I'm
I,
gonna go. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go here and let's find out what Trisha Primo is. The only post Beaumont put up says the Waco and Marie Street. I did not see the post until about 5 minutes ago. I went to the area to look Friday, but I was at the Church Street Avenue A area. Now this happened on. It's not on Waco and Marie. It's a three block area from Avenue. Is it Avenue A and Washington Boulevard, right around
Mm-hmm.
that area?
hmm
Ladonna, sure. Is it mm, 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 Harrison Street? Back in that area,
Park.
Park,
Is it? Is it
Treadwell.
all?
So
Right,
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 okay, yeah, and LG, and what I was about to say,
right,
like
right.
sometimes she
LG.
said he go to the Brockman store, so
Right.
that's on the corner of Brockman and Avenue A. And
Mm-hmm.
so there's two stores on that corner at Avenue A and Washington Boulevard. It's a
Yeah.
Valero on one side, and I think the M&M is on the other side. Is that
Mm-hmm.
M&M? And then
Yeah.
you
hmm
have the
Eminem.
Stadium
Eminem.
Shopping Center.
Right.
Y'all know
Right.
what the old Stadium Shopping Center, where now there's City Trends and that dollar store and the
Oh,
Dollar
okay.
Tree.
Okay. So it was and Avenue A is where he was last seen. This is Dita Kaufman is
Right.
telling us.
And
Um,
where's that in relationship to his house
Yeah.
and where he is expected to have been? I mean,
I don't think
is
I
Church and
think
Avenue A? Yeah, I mean,
that's in like a 2 or 3 block radius. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you
mhm.
go
right.
down a
So
few blocks and you on Church and you go down a few blocks and you on Washington Boulevard. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
So we're talking about blocks and we're not talking about like we're talking about neighborhood blocks. You know what I mean? Not like
Wait,
big
right.
city blocks.
question.
No, no. I was just saying in relationship to where he started his home. Where
How
does
far?
church fit into a relationship going to any one of those stores?
It's about 3 blocks, about roundabout.
Yeah. So he'd have to take that to get there.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I'm just disappointed in the wait time. And we know that missing persons after a certain amount of time turns into something else,
Yeah.
and that's unfortunate.
hmm I mean, what is the normal protocol for missing persons?
I think it's
I guess
24
we need to
hours.
call somebody. We need to have a law enforcement
Yeah,
investigation.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
We
I'm
maybe
just
need to
asking
contact
normal
somebody and like
protocols.
get the what their take on it is, and maybe possibly whatever the like he say the rule book is or something.
Yeah.
But
What
I
are
think with
standard operating procedures? Every department has to have one.
I think with kids it's 24 hours, and seniors is 48 hours, and I guess anybody else is from 24 to 72 hours.
Well, then let's
Kid,
overlay the template on what has happened.
yeah, and it's been way past 72 hours.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah, it was a
past.
month yesterday.
Like say with a kid, it's 24 hours. So sometimes less than that. So depends on the age. And seniors is pretty much the same way.
And I'm
So
just saying, all of us is somebody's grandparents or whatever else. So you'd want somebody looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
All of us would. I mean, this is
yeah,
crazy.
Shannon Meyer, about three
And
blocks.
I think after the Christmas, not Christmas, the Thanksgiving holidays, we're gonna need to see if we can get a police officer on the line here with us. Someone that's aware of it. Maybe I need to contact the mayor and let her find out because she and I talked a couple of times. this week as well, trying to figure out what can we do to get moved, because she did not know when she had turned it over to us that she did not know um, anything further about why this has not been uh, progressed at any time. But it's just crazy how they do the people of color here in the area here in Beaumont, Texas. Shannon Meyer saying I've been knowing Miss Patrina all my life, and our family has lived next door to each other since the 1940s. Um, and they're good people, and I understand they are. And this is not, a case where we've got a bad actor, but we've got a human being here who's a good guy and didn't cause no problems to anyone. Had his right mind, and he goes missing. And we have not gotten any help from the Beaumont Police Department in
Yeah,
all this
something
time.
not adding up with this.
It's
And we
something.
need to maybe organize our own search party thing, which I know next week is Thanksgiving, but if we could I still say that we need to, Mama, Mama, we need to, uh, I'm sorry,
It's all
we
right.
need to,
We all go through it.
Yeah.
yeah, we need to like maybe put something together where we meet at the Stadium Shopping Center and work our way around Washington Boulevard down back to church over the tracks
And ask
and just
questions.
see.
We need to ask more questions because we're not getting any more answers.
Which means we need to do both of those and some more
Mhm.
because we got to search, but we have to get some answers.
Something
Mhm.
is not right with this. It's
I,
just
right. And I pray
I
that
don't
Mr.
know.
Phillips is found safely, but even if he is, there's still some answers
All right. Good. Now we
and
have
some
our
questions
guest.
that need to be answered.
We have our
Maybe if we
guest.
can ask me, Miss Patrina, have
All
you
right.
heard? I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Now,
I'm
our
sorry.
guest is here. Our guest is here, Miss Patrina. Hello, Miss
I've got to
Patrina.
go
All
to
right. I
her.
see you very well. All right. Let's put the camera down a little bit so we can see her face here a little bit. There we go. All right. Now, Miss Patrina, can you hear us?
Yes. You
Okay.
can hear
Can,
me?
can you
Yes.
hear us? All right.
Yeah,
Great. Thank you
I can hear
so
you.
much. We was able to get you in here. We tried hard, but okay, now we're there. So my panel here, which is LaDonna Sherwood, uh, Terry Busby, Terry Roy, and Francis Larkin, and myself. We're here and we're trying to keep this thing alive. And that's what we keep talking about it. We're going to talk about it like they talked about that little white girl that's in Florida till they found her dead and the boyfriend dead. So we're gonna continue to light a fire behind this and keep it alive so we can till we get some help to finding Ed Phillips, your husband. Okay. So Miss Patrina, give us an update. The camera failed. Give us an update on what, where, and last time you and I talked or you discussed this. Maybe you can tell the audience again where the the night of the that Ed went missing.
Okay, it left on the 20th,
He left on
going
the
to
20th, the morning of the 20th or the evening of the 20th.
that evening.
The
About
evening of
the last time he was seen was about between 7:15, 7 and 7:15. He was had just crossed the track off of Hickle going on church.
okay, he crossed the tracks on Church Street, correct?
Right. Off
All
of,
right, he
he was coming down SB Road in Hagel, and he crossed the track over and he turned into church.
okay. I know exactly where you were.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looked like he was headed to the store on
Exactly.
on Avenue A and
In Washington.
is it Washington?
Yes.
That the Valero store.
Right. The
Right.
Bolero, he go to either one of them, because he go to both of them.
Okay.
But it was one of those stores he was headed to.
And he walked from Hager Street down Hager Street across the track where it turns into Church Street, headed east to headed east to like behind the Stadium Shopping Center.
Exactly.
All right, and he turns. He usually walk behind the Stadium Shopping Center or in front of the Stadium Shopping Center on Avenue A.
Well, he usually walks in front, in the back onto uh, where the bank is at, and he usually cut across the bank, even though the
Right,
bank is small. Yeah,
the old Lamar State Bank.
right,
Right, and he walks over to the Valero store on
exactly,
or M&M on the corner of Washington and Avenue A. So
right.
the last camera that saw Mr. Phillips was where?
Uh, the last one was on Brockman. He goes to Brockman Avenue 8 with the bill. But the last one that I know of, the man said he saw him Wednesday. He came there that morning, and he came there that after that evening about a four something about
That's the last time they ever seen him at that store at four, around a little bit after 4 o'clock
right on Brockman.
on Brockman. So, excuse me. So daylight savings times was really hadn't started yet, so it was still daylight. So now,
It was just dark
right,
when
right,
they come Mount Eagle.
S- right.
Right.
So now, so when you now that he did not show back up, so when did you contact the Beaumont Police Department?
I contacted them. Matter of fact, I contacted them on Thursday because Ed did not stay away from me. When he didn't come here and I went to his house and he wasn't there, I knew that something was wrong right away. Uh, and like I told the man, and the
Do me a
police
favor,
officer,
Miss Patrina. Do me a favor. Those that around you, had turned the volume down on on the phone so we can hear you clearly because it's giving you a reverb so we can hear you very clearly. Just turn the volume down on it just a little
okay,
bit. Okay. So Miss Katrina, you can continue.
okay, she turned it right.
Okay.
I mean, the
There we
let.
go.
Okay, what you need me to do?
Now we go. There we go.
Okay, so the last time he was seen was at after leaving that store. Uh, Later on, that's when he crossed the track onto heaven. I mean, onto church.
Uh-huh. Now when he left that store and he went, you say he crossed the track going back to Church Street.
That I don't know.
Okay.
I I just don't know.
So the reason why I'm saying this is that we want to know and get an exact location of his last time being seen. So you're saying at the corner of Church and Avenue A, at that
It's not
store,
the
with
corner.
on the
Let
corner.
me- it was the house. The lady saw us. We saw that she had a camera on her door, and my nephew and I stopped and asked her if she had seen him, and she said she had seen him that night between 7 and 7:15. She and going towards the store, and that was the last person that I know that saw him
And what time was that again?
between 7 and 7:15
That evening.
that evening.
That evening. So
Yes, sir.
now the next day you reported him missing correctly.
Exactly.
So what did so the audience can know, what did the police department tell you then?
Well, when I called the police department, Mr. Hawthorne came out and he knew us and he said, Mr. Trini is too, in other words, the time it wasn't, he hadn't been missing long enough. And I say, but I know how he here. He wouldn't dare miss a day from being around me. I say, he be here every day.
Hmm.
And I said, I know something is wrong. So he said that they was going to come out the next day and file a report. And the policeman did come. It wasn't the same one. I don't know his name, but he said, well, what happened? And I told him I didn't know what had happened. But all I knew is that I wanted to uh, filed a misimpression report because I know that something was wrong. He don't stay away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And the policeman told me, he said, well, he gave me a card and he gave me a number. And I think I gave you the number as well.
Right.
But that's all he did. And then I called to talk to a detective, and they told me the case was for Detective Torres was going to work on the case, but he was on vacation. So I waited till the next week, and I called, and then the detective came out the same day that I saw this lady by the camera. Me and my nephew met with Torres at his apartment because he wanted to see Ed's apartment, and we let him in, and he saw it, went around, and that was it. So then every day I would call him, but and even though I left a message, he didn't call. So finally, he called me back, and he told me, he said, we gonna go and search. We're gonna go and look around. We're gonna go and search. And so I knew in the graveyard he didn't have to search because I could see everything from the graveyard at my house. I live right across the street from the graveyard,
Right.
and it's not like it have grass in there.
Right.
So, uh, and since then, I've called, and I think he was on vacation this week again. I talked to his boss, and the boss told me he was aware of, the case he was working on, and that was it. So,
Wow. So so now we're waiting on him to return back from vacation so you can hear anything else from him. So I think we need to be more proactive about this, Ms. Patrina, and we should have gotten that. I mean, we've had a few people try to
I'm
organize a
sorry.
search party. That's okay. We had a few people try to organize a search party. So I understand you have now this Saturday scheduled a search party. Can you give the panel and everyone that's listening and those that will be listening later on when that church party will be and what time and what location going to be the meetup location?
Well, we since nobody wasn't doing anything, we decided as a family we have to try to find something out.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
we plan to do it on Saturday at from Library Park to Washington Boulevard, and we thought about 9 o'clock in the morning
Mm-hmm.
on Saturday morning, the 27th of November,
Mm-hmm. And where will
and
be the staging area? Where do you, what, y'all gonna, oh, that's right. You did say you're gonna meet at Librarian Park
right,
at 9 o'clock,
yes, sir,
and that's on Barbara Lynn,
on
Barbara Lynn Avenue.
Barbara Lynn Island.
Right. Okay. So we got that. We got Let me just say that again. The search party. Let's go ahead. Search party this Saturday at 9. It's going to be at 9 o'clock on the November 27th. That's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and we're going to
Look,
meet up at the Librarian Park, and we're going to walk
I'm
that area to the area that
Say
you
that
last
again,
seen.
Tony, one more time.
okay. It's gonna be in Library Park. The address is 2305 Ollie Street.
What day is
What
that? Give us the date and the
the
time one
date
more
is the
time.
27th, November twenty
That's
seventh.
on the Saturday.
That's
This
next.
Saturday
That's
coming.
just now. That's this Saturday coming.
Right,
At Librarian Park, 2305
Ollie.
Audi Street. I thought that was Barbara Lynn Street.
It's the same street.
Okay, that's
It's the
Straight Street.
same
Okay,
street.
all right, all right, okay. So it's at 9 o'clock. So everyone that's going to help out, volunteer, and do a search, and our family, and everyone in the neighborhood is going to join up at 9 o'clock Saturday on the 27th of November, and we're going to try to search for Mr. Phillips, who has been missing since October the 20th. And we're going to ask questions. We're going to put out flyers and pictures of Mr. Phillips and Which tell us a little bit more about the search party, Miss Miss Katrina. Okay, okay, something happened here.
Sir?
Okay, I'm here. We're here. We're all here with you. We're not going nowhere. We're all here with you. So
Okay.
that's going to be 2305 Ollie Street. SOLLIE. For those who's not familiar with the
Yes,
Orchard, that's
yes,
Barbara
sir.
Lynn Street, Olive Street. That's going to be Saturday, November 27th at 9 o'clock. And we're going to walk all the way down to Avenue A, which is about a 4 block area, neighborhood blocks. So it's not a whole lot, area that we
What,
need to cover. Yes. Ms. Patricia, is anything we need to, the panel, I'm asking the panel to come on board now and kind of be any questions you like to ask or find out so we can kind of dig in a little deeper in finding helping Miss Phillips on helping finding her husband.
you want me to say something, or are
No,
they
no, I
gonna
was
ask
asking
me?
my panel here, my guys here. I mean,
Okay.
Well, are there, Miss Patrina, are there any requests that your family needs to make sure that this search is successful? Is there anything that you guys are in need of from the community?
We are going to try, I guess we have to reach out. I guess you're gonna have to call the police department. I don't know if you have to call them to have the search or what, because what we had planned, my nephew said, thought about going from door to door, knocking on doors, just asking them
Yes, door
if they
knocking.
see anything.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
So you're just needing to know that if there is any protocol or anything that you need clearance from the city or for Beaumont Police in order for this to be successful. Okay.
Uh, that, that's what, that's all I want. I want to know if they, if I, when I call the police department, if we have need a permit or whatever to do
Right.
this stuff.
Right.
No, I don't
Are you
think they
guys
do.
wearing a No, are you guys wearing a particular color? If anyone needs to show up, is there a particular color that you guys have um deemed for this
No, and
search?
what I was gonna do is make some little cut some ribbon and pin on each person that's the same color, green, a green ribbon.
Okay.
If that was okay, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Just
ma'am.
something to represent him. Just something
Uh,
to represent him.
do the
Y'all have any idea what we should do or what?
probably the
As far
same
as
color
with
shirts,
Yeah, the same color shirt so
probably
everybody
yellow
can be easily
shirts,
identified. Yeah.
Okay,
something yellow.
okay, yellow. I'm asking. I sure will.
Yeah. Has the police department reached out to you every day, and have any city officials reached out to you every day?
No,
That's what
sir.
I was wanting to know. Have we? Can you give us an update on where we are with the police involvement or what their level of? I don't know. Can you help us with that?
I haven't heard from the police because I also want to say that you can't. I mean, from the police, I haven't heard from. From Miss Mayor Mouton, I have. I I talk to her constantly,
Okay.
and she went out of town this weekend, but she didn't already told me, Miss Trina, we're gonna do everything we can to help you. Uh, I talked to Bruce Jones. I reached out to the sheriff. I have not heard from her. Everybody that I talked to the chief of police. Uh, well, I say the chief of police, but his boss. I'm gonna put it that way. I forgot his name, but the Detective Torres boss. I went to Channel 6. I asked Ken Chris because he's the only one that put me, through on broadcast. I'm talking about on TV to let everybody know about you. I talked to him, and I was going to ask, see if you thought, when we go out on Saturday, should I reach out to him and see if he could come out? What do you all think?
I think you also might need to ask the um, television station to come out at 9 o'clock and just kind
Mm-hmm.
of give
Yeah,
a
that's what
yeah,
I was asking you. I was
right,
gonna ask Mr. Cross to come out, and see if.
yes,
So should I call all stations or what?
yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
yes,
Yes, all media
yes,
outlet. Mm-hmm.
yeah, and let's
Can
see who.
someone can someone do a press release for it? I mean,
Yes,
if we're gonna do this, there's some protocol to this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if someone knows how to do a press release, let's do that. Because Miss Petrina's going through enough, and for her to be
Right.
calling and asking all this is
yeah,
quite a
that's
lot.
right. And we're doing this live, and we want to make
Right.
sure that everyone know that we are really. We're not trying to showboat. We're not trying to do any of
Mm-mm.
that. All we want to do is help Miss Katrina find her husband.
Right.
And if
And
Mm-mm.
we don't, no one else will. And this is what we're doing. And we're asking everybody that made that watch this show or listen to this show um, now or later on, please help us. Help us
uh,
with any information, volunteers, or whatever you can to help us find the resource to find this the missing person, Mr. Edward Phillips. We need to spread the word. We need to spread the
Mm-hmm.
word as quick as much as we can. Um, yes, Trisha is telling us as on the comment. She's saying that she can spread the word and make contacts with the news
Okay.
stations to see if we can get them there. There,
Okay,
but if
listen, I'm gonna
mhm.
get some people that I know involved and I'm gonna do a press release and I'll send it to whoever y'all want me to send it to. I'm gonna create one, okay?
Okay,
Okay. And send it to Trisha. I mean, every outlet. We
every
Right.
can't
outlet,
miss it. We can't
every
miss one.
outlet. We need every outlet that's able to spread the word. What we need, what we're looking for. So that's what we need to do. Um,
can I say something?
sure.
I just want to thank you all so very much for doing what you do because we need people like you all to help us so that we can be we can feel good about what you do. I feel good about what you all doing. Please don't stop. Don't stop because we need your help. And if you all need me to do anything, please don't hesitate to call me because I appreciate what you all are doing to me. I appreciate it so very much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We really, really, really wants to help you with this, and
Yeah.
I'm every day I'm talking to the mayor. Every day I'm talking to the mayor, and I'm keeping her informed. She's keeping me informed of what's going on. Where's the latest steps we need to do and we need to take. But we're going to have every outlet, we're going to have everyone out there, every television outlet out there as we can to have them put the news out there, spread the news. I'm going to have you all over the social media platforms. So hopefully we can kick enough dust that we'll get it'll cause a mass
Miss
to come
Katrina, do
together.
you
Yes.
have my number or I know I have yours because
I
mom
do.
has it, but I was gonna say, do you want me to I can just send you a copy of the press release perhaps, or do you well I'll get with you so I can maybe email it to you or send it to you, but I'll get it to the people that it needs to be got to. But if you want to post it on your page or your daughter or family members maybe want to post it to their page, I just want to wait where I can get it to you so you can have a copy as well.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank
Uh,
you so very much.
And my panel, has anyone else have something you want to address or ask Miss Katrina?
I do want to apologize, Queens, for and Kings for my tardiness on this evening. Um, Miss Petrina, you do have my empathy and my body uh, at your access. I definitely resound. Again, I'm quite sure everybody that was on that's on the panel this evening said exactly the same thing that we discussed in group. So I'm quite sure the actions is pretty much the only thing that I need a debrief on. Terry, Tony,
Yes.
Perry, Ladonna. Um, um, just give me the
Yeah.
debrief on that. And Miss Patrina, I also will give you my phone number and contact information. I
Okay.
am one of the closest neighborhoods to the area in which your husband was last seen. So I want to do everything on that I can do as president of the South End Charlton Pilot Neighborhood Association, so that we can find our neighbor and your husband, and
Thank you.
help you and aid your family along the way.
Right.
Thank
So,
you.
yes, ma'am. My phone number is 409
409
499
499.
9031, and my name is Christopher Jones.
Christopher what? Okay.
Jones.
Let me make sure I have your number. Four
Yes,
nine
ma'am.
nine
Yes, ma'am.
9037.
31.
Okay, 31. Thank you, sweetheart.
Absolutely, Queens.
Mr. Jones, I appreciate you so much, honey.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
I just received a text from Trisha Primo, and she has spoken with an officer already, and that the street patrol. Now, this is something. The street patrol of the Palmer Police Department is not even aware
Where?
of the missing
I'm not
person.
surprised. Man, this
They have
Mm-hmm.
not been told to even look, and
My
it's
God, my
so.
God, my God.
Yeah, that's disturbing. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna kick up enough. We're gonna kick enough. We're gonna kick enough dust. So they have to do
Mm-hmm.
something. Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
everybody
And
has
I
their
also want to put out there, big brothers and sisters, that I mean, our dependency has never really been on the officials, especially those that wear a badge and or elected. So this definitely is something that we as a community, we as a diaspora need to, um, uh, you know, approach not just on her behalf, but any other individuals that may be
abs-
put in a situation
absolutely
of disparities, especially
Mm-hmm.
here in the city of Beaumont. Um,
And
I
we've
do
been
have
trying to like figure out how we can take care of this.
right,
Right.
right,
Right.
We got to do this on our own.
yeah.
right,
Hmm.
right.
And not to get off this because we're gonna stay on this until we get full support.
Mm-hmm.
Correct,
Okay, we're
Hmm.
correct,
gonna stay on this. We're gonna talk about this every show until we get
Right.
full
correct.
support. All
Support.
right.
And
So
and
now,
I would also be reaching out to the different connections that I'm aware of, different officers that I know, whether they're Jefferson County or Beaumont
Mm-hmm.
Police Department.
mhm,
We do also have some Texas state troopers that live in this area. So I'll definitely make sure I get a copy of the photo and hand it to them myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Let's
I
do
will
fine.
also go to the different stores if we have a poster or something of that nature outside of what was posted on the podcast. If we have something outside of that, I also want to be able to post it in some of our local stores as well because a lot of individuals in our community don't even know about it.
right. Thank you,
I
Kathy,
think
for your comments.
Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We need some love too. But also, not to get off the Ed Phillips missing report, I
Hey,
like to
Tony,
also
can I
yes,
interrupt you for a second?
sure, yes,
Zena wanted me to get Miss Patrina's number so she can call her.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you that number.
So she just texted me. So
I'll text you her number, Terry.
okay,
All right, great. Also, let's stay on top of the uh, LaDonna. I need to stay on top of the Christopher Shaw deal with the Beaumont Police Department. Find out what's
Right,
going
right,
on there.
right. No problem. I
Okay.
talked to him today. but I'll reach out to you individually on that.
Okay, great, great. All right, guys, we thank you so much, and we appreciate
Also,
you. And I'm going to get
Tony,
those numbers to you. Yes, sir.
if we could also keep the Whittington family that lost their family member as well in prayer, um,
Mhm.
as well as they go through their legal process. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to
That's
not
right.
forget
That's
the
right.
Whittington family.
And we have
Uh,
not talked with anyone from that family. If it's
Give us
possible,
a little bit of an update, Chris.
yeah,
I'm sorry, guys.
yeah,
I'd like to be brought into the loop on that.
if you want, I could do that now, Tony,
that's
and or
fine.
I,
That's
I
fine.
could do.
We
Okay,
got 5 minutes.
so the Whittington family is, like I said, in litigation. I can't really fully disclose, um, but they are in the process of litigation. There are some discrepancies that the attorney would like to have other eyes to look at. So there were a few community leaders that the family asked to come in. Um, I was one of them. I was made privy to the video. Um, um, yeah, so they're in litigation, family, and like it's a stressful time for them because not only are they in litigation, but it's coming up on, if not past the anniversary for the demise of their loved one. Um, this is the young man that uh, just so happened to uh, die at the care of and in the care of Jefferson County corrections facilities. So, like I said, keep this family in prayer. Once some things that I can talk about, I get word from the practicing attorneys. Um, yeah, yeah. I'll
Okay.
keep you guys abreast on the needs of the family, though, and as well as the process and of the trial.
Uh,
So
I know
yeah,
there's so
just
much
keep them.
yeah, I know there's so much you can say and so much you
Yeah,
can right now it's still under wraps. But we know that we must to approach and stay on the Beaumont PD department
correct.
on the Christopher Shaw, and also definitely right now we need to stay on this Ed Phillips this uh, person, and let's
Mhm.
get the boat rolling. So Terry, I text you the number.
Okay,
We
I'll
got
send it to her.
Katrina done, and guys, I appreciate you. Our times is our timing up, and we thank everyone for your help. Whatever you can do to help us with finding Mr. Ed Phillips, we
Oh,
appreciate it.
I want to
It-
say, Miss Katrina, do you need? I mean, I know you said that you guys are going to have water and everything for the volunteers. Do you need anything from the community, such as water drop off, water delivery, snacks, whatever?
Yeah,
Just let us
Yes,
know.
ma'am. I really
yeah.
would.
Okay.
I mean,
I really
yeah,
would
and that's what I'm
appreciate it
saying
if they would help.
because go ahead.
I would really appreciate it if they would help.
Okay. How soon can we start dropping it off? Can we start dropping it off tomorrow or?
Yes, ma'am.
okay, and
You
your
sure
Okay.
address,
can.
Miss Katrina, is 2305 Olive Street, right?
No, 1875, Ollie. Oh, you
That's
18.
talking about
that's your home address.
over
Do you
there?
want us to drop it to your home?
Well, if you want to, whatever you want.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll drop it off to your home because we'll drop some of that off before Saturday.
Exactly
Yeah.
right. I
All
live at
right.
1875
All right.
Ollie.
All right. So now, Miss Petrina, our Jefferson County sheriff uh, will be in contact with you. Miss Stevens will be in touch with you. Okay.
Yeah,
So we've
she'll be
got that
calling
handled.
me.
Yes.
Right. She's gonna
I,
call you, and we're gonna get us all the help we can give to get find your husband, bring him back.
thank you,
Whatever it
ma'am.
is,
I,
it's all as well.
but
Okay. Put
yes, sir. I love you all.
put closure to it. Okay, we want to get it so we can put
Thank you.
closure to it. Okay,
Thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much, everybody on the panel. I'll see you not this Tuesday. Yes, I'm gonna let you know we're gonna be on because we want to know, we want to have update on what happened on Tuesday at City Hall. Um, Terry, update us on that real quick, please.
But we're having a Tuesday's actually going to be a vision meeting. and it's going to be like at 9 a.m. So it's not going to be a regular
Mhm.
town hall. Am I right, Terry?
Right.
Go ahead and
Right.
update
No,
the
It's a
no.
people.
workshop. Yeah.
It's
I'm
a
sorry. Go
vision
ahead.
workshop, and it'd be good if everybody could go and try to, leave some input into it and try to,
Yeah,
try to get things
and
on
if not,
track. So,
right. If not, give some input. At least become informed.
be
Right.
informed of what's going
Be
on.
informed. Be informed.
We
Yeah, if we
definitely
stay
need to do
informed, we'll
that
know what's. Yeah, I know we can do that.
It does start at 9 though, 9
at
a.m.
9,
if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
9 a.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted
Okay.
to clarify that it's not a regular meeting. It's at
Right.
9 a.m. 9
Right.
a.m. in the chambers,
Okay.
City Hall. Don't think that's
Mm.
the regular 1:30 meeting. I cannot express that enough. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I think
I don't know who authorized that 9 a.m., but that's what time it is. And if you have some, and listen, inbox me. This is your girl. I'm the community liaison.
Hey
Send me
guys.
what you may want to say.
All right.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, I have the
For
sheriff.
instance,
I have the sheriff on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, sheriff, if you want to talk now, you can. Hello, everyone. Can you hear,
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah. We sure
yes.
yeah.
can.
Can you guys hear me? So I'm not in town. I'm in Florida right now with my daughter, who's expecting a young one, and so she's been on bed rest, and so everybody's texting me about the situation with Katrina, and so I want to say we will do whatever I can to help. Even from here, and so I'm going to get with you, Katrina, if you can hear my voice, and get some details from you, and see what we can do to help you. If I can spotlight it on my, I do the spotlight on Mondays with Angel San Juan. Maybe we can spotlight him missing, and so the general public can know that it's going on. I think that's the first thing. We got to get pictures and make sure that people are aware it's happening, because I wasn't aware that it was happening. They're
Right.
nodding, Sheriff. They're
Right.
nodding.
Right. So
Thank you so
that
much.
is something. That is something. Thank you. Thank you, Sheriff Stevens.
Thank you, Sheriff. I appreciate it.
So
Okay.
I need to get some information from you, Katrina. And so I've given Terry and some others who have my number. And you're welcome to call me, and I will answer the phone when you call me, once you get off the podcast. And so we can try to get some direction. That is
Yes,
not my jurisdiction, but I don't care about that. So if he went missing in the city of Beaumont, generally what would happen is you would report. I'm sure you have do a missing persons report with the city of Beaumont, and then they would handle it. So the way law enforcement is kind of broken up is jurisdictional. But for someone who's been, you haven't heard from him in a month, they're telling me, and so I've got some concerns about that. And so we're not going to worry about jurisdictions. We're going to try to coordinate with some folks to see if I can, get you some help, and even maybe talk to my PD and let them know that this is an
thank you
issue.
so very much.
All
Yeah.
right. Great. Thank you, Sheriff
Thank
Stevens. We
you.
appreciate you
Thank you
guys.
so
I
much,
really do. I
Queen.
mean, God,
Yes,
we're
thank you
making
so much.
progress now.
Right.
We can make the step. So, guys,
Yes,
again,
make a lot of progress.
all right. Now,
Okay,
Yes,
Sheriff,
again,
I
Lord.
muted him.
now
Okay,
again,
thank
the
you so much.
search party is
All
going to be
right.
Saturday.
You can give her my number. Okay.
This Saturday, search party is going to be
Call
this
me later.
Saturday at
Okay, we'll do.
nine
Y'all take
o'clock.
care. Bye bye.
The search party is going to be this Saturday at 9 o'clock at library. We're going to meet up at Library Park at 9 o'clock, and we're going to do a search party, search for Ed Phillips, the body of Ed said, just find him. And also, we're going to meet up
Saturday at
again
what time, Tony?
9 o'clock, 9 a.m. And also, we're going to meet on, we'll be back on the podcast next Sunday, and we're going to have an update of results of what happened for the past week. We're going to talk about the workshop on tomorrow, and we're going to talk about the search party, and there's a lot can go on between that 9 and Sunday. So we see you at 7 on next Sunday, and guys, God bless you, Miss Trina. We love. I thank you
Thank
so much, so
thank
much,
you
so much,
all
so
so much.
much, so
God
much.
bless
And
you all.
I do. We're
Thank
gonna.
y'all so much.
You're welcome,
Y'all
my
have
love.
a great y'all have a great day, baby.
You too, man. Thank you so much. God
Thank
bless.
you.
Take care.
God bless you.
Thank you for watching Knowledge is Power Podcast Live. Be sure to like and subscribe to all Knowledge is Power social media pages.